हाँ, single.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Yash. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
How are you, Yash?
I'm fine, sir.
Yash, so you come from Bhagalpur, Bihar,
Yes, sir, I do.
and your option subject is sociology.
Yes,
This
sir.
is your second attempt,
Yes, sir.
and your hobbies are learning the art of Hindi songwriting, composing, and singing. And you're also a cricket enthusiast.
Yes, sir.
So let me start from your hobby section, dear.
Yes, sir.
How did you develop this hobby of learning the art of Hindi songwriting?
So, while I was in my school and colleges, so there I used to write songs, particularly for my cousins, sisters, and all. So, but sir, during the preparation of UPSC, I found it as an interesting recreational activity. So after I used to, after I was done with my studies, I used to make certain tunes on my guitar or write something. So this is the hobby which eventually developed, sir.
Okay. So have you learned music?
No, sir, I've not taken any formal learning of music.
Okay. So you have developed this hobby on your own.
Yes, sir. So just to fulfill my creative urge. Yes.
So what was the theme of the last song that you wrote?
So the last song which I wrote was based on the theme of brain drain and people giving up their citizenship status of India, which has been in news recently. So that is a song I have made on it.
Can you highlight the lyrics?
Yes, sir. So the lyrics goes, ये जो देश तेरी धरती है, तुझे आज फिर से बुलाए, तेरी यादें इसको भी आए, है ये बैठा बाहें सजाए. Then sir, the antara goes like, उत्तर हिमालय गंगा पुकारे, बोले आके फिर से ना जा रे, पूरब की वाणी दक्षिण की वाणी, तृण मिट्टी की अब झुका रे, जो सोने की चिड़िया है, उसे आज फिर से सवारे, ये जो देश तेरी धरती है, तुझे आज फिर से पुकारे.
Very good. Yash, what do you think? Why so many Indians are migrating to the West?
So there are both push and pull factors for it, sir. So the push factors is the social tensions and acute caste division. Second push factor is a lack of employment opportunities, sir. And as we have seen, the unemployment rate has gone up to 7%. Third is the pollution and the quality of life. So these are the push factors. So the pull factors is good educational opportunities, good environment, and good employment opportunities in the West.
Well, yes, if I don't know how much you have studied about the West, but in West there are starking racial discrimination, racial crimes, a lot of prejudice, stereotypes, and you see Indians or people of color, to be more general, have to face a lot of discrimination one way or the other. Plus, the pollution levels there are also not under control every time. Yes, there are some cities. Most of the cities are going dry even in the West. So I'm not making sense with this explanation that you have given. Would you like to revisit your answer?
So I think that these points are very much true, sir. When we see the ground reality, then yes, in Western countries as well, there has been social tensions and racial discrimination. But sir, the migration is mostly based on the perception of the people and not the actual condition as such. So that is how the migration has taken place since many years. So the perception in India about the West is such that they will get good opportunities. So that is why migration is taking place.
Yes, do you think that the lack of entrepreneurial attitude is the reason why people decide not to stay in India beyond a point in time, because many people feel we do not have a good entrepreneurial ecosystem here.
Yes, sir. Can you give me a pause for 2 seconds? Sir?
Yes.
I just have to come for it. Sorry
Yes,
for this.
yes, yes. Please take your time.
I'm extremely sorry, sir.
It's
Hello?
all right.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, sir, answering your question, sir, yes, if we see India's tendency in 1990s and 2000s, then yes, there has been that issue where entrepreneurship push was not given and the ecosystem was not created, sir. But, sir, in the present times, I would say the scenes are changing. India is currently the third largest startup hub, and the CAGR also is at a rate of more than 15% in this sector. So I think now the scenes are changing. Government has taken certain initiatives like Atal Innovation Mission and startup policies of several states. So I think that is getting rectified now.
Okay. What is the difference between a startup and a business?
So there are certain criteria which make startup a startup. So first of all, so it should the business should not have been more than for 10 years. And sir, I'm sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall the exact criteria.
Okay, which has a greater role with respect to technology, or where technology is more involved, startup or business?
So in startup, I would say technology is more involved.
Okay. You're also a cricket enthusiast.
Yes, sir.
Do you play the game?
Yes, I do.
Okay. How many types of cricket matches are conducted? Formal cricket matches, like say, for example, test match is one variant. ODI cricket could be another variant. So how many variants do you know of this game, which are formally conducted?
So ICC formally conducts 3 types, Test, ODIs and T20s. So other than that, English Cricket Board has started their own version of cricket, that is the 100. Then sir, Caribbean cricketing body is conducting T10 also. So these are the 5 which is presently being conducted. And sir, in some counties, 4-day cricket is also played, sir.
What is the difference between List A and first class cricket?
So first class cricket is primarily covering the test cricket and the 4-day cricket. And so the List A is 1-day cricket.
Okay. Which is the domestic one-day tournament which is conducted in India?
So the domestic 1-day tournament is Vijay Hazare Trophy.
Okay. And what is the 4-day variant in India?
So Ranji Trophy is played in the round robin. When in round robin league is there, then it is played, and so the knockouts are played in 5-day match in Ranji.
Okay. Okay. If reverse swing is one kind of swing, what are the other kinds of swing?
So the other kinds of swings are so off swing and so
Off swing. That's a new term.
So kindly give me a few seconds to recall.
Yes.
So the in swing and out swing.
Okay. What is the difference between in swing, out swing on one hand and reverse swing on the other?
So in swing and out swing happens because of the natural tendencies of the ball. When the ball is new and when it is held through a proper grip, then the ball swings. When it is in swing, then it swings into the right-handed batsman, and vice versa for off swing, sir. And
Suppose
so
I
that,
have to deliver an in-swinging delivery, then on which side should I hold the shiny side of the ball? If I'm a right-handed fast bowler.
so for in swing, the ball is obviously is new. So for in swing, the shiny side and the rough side does not matter. It matters on the reverse swing, sir. So, sir, reverse swing takes place when the ball is relatively old. So one side of the ball is kept shiny and the other side is kept rough. So when a bowler bowls, then the shiny side is obviously a bit heavier. So the ball tilts towards that.
What is the difference between top spin and flipper?
So top spin is bowled by an off spinner. Flipper is bowled by a leg spinner. Flipper is a deceptive ball where ball keeps lower than it actually supposed to be, and top spin in top spin ball raises where it is supposedly to land, sir.
Okay. Yash, highlight 3 values that define your personality. Just name those values.
So first is optimism, second is dynamism, and third is integrity.
Okay. What is the commonality between an optimist and a pessimist?
So both of them thinks about future and not about the present.
Thank you, Yash.
Thank you.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Okay. Yash, Yash means glory.
Yes, sir. It means fame and eminence.
Yes. And then what does vision mean?
So vision is a subtitle which designates a certain caste, which I wouldn't like to highlight.
Okay. Okay. Yes, you were born on the 9th of July, 1999.
Yes, sir.
And you're fond of writing songs for writing songs, as you say.
Yes.
Can you name 3 people from the film industry also who were born on the same day as you were?
No, sir, I cannot, sir. I have to look upon it, sir.
Okay. You are from Bhagalpur.
Yes, sir.
What is Bhagalpur famous for, Yash?
So Bhagalpur is famous for multiple things, sir. The first is the silk industry. Second, sir, considering the tourism part, then the Vikramshila University is there in Bhagalpur. The famous Mandar Parvat is here, sir. And recently, Vikramshila Dolphin Sanctuary is also constructed, which is the only dolphin sanctuary. So these are something famous.
What is Bhagalpur also known as? Another name for Bhagalpur?
So it is called Anga Pradesh, considering its historical linkage in the Magadh Empire.
No, that is the historical name, but what is it also known as these days?
So I'm not aware, sir.
Are you aware that it is also called as the Silk City?
Yes, sir. So that I mentioned that it is famous for its silk industry.
Yes, that's the reason why it is also famous as the Silk City.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Bhagalpur became infamous for something, but it is also a lot of celebrities who are associated with Bhagalpur. Can you name, say, 3 of them? 3 celebrities related to Bhagalpur?
So answering your first question first, Bhagalpur was infamous for the 1979 and 1980 incident of a blinding case. And sir, the famous personalities from Bhagalpur are Ashok Kumar, the famous film actor, Kadambini Ganguly, sir, the first speaker at INC, and Sir Nandalal Bose has also certain affiliations from Bhagalpur.
Good. Your date of birth, 9th of July. You were a student of the TS Chanakya.
Yes, sir.
You were also a topper at the Indian Maritime University.
Yes.
Uh, so before I ask you any question about the INS, the TS Chanakya, tell me, your date of birth is also related to a very important maritime event in history. Any idea what I'm referring to?
No, sir. I need to look upon it, sir. I'm not aware.
If I say, the name Thresher, does it ring any bell in your mind?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. It was on this day that in 1961, if I remember correctly, that the first nuclear powered submarine was launched in
Okay.
USA.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
That
sir, for
was
letting
the
me.
Thresher. Okay. Have you heard of this Thresher, this submarine Thresher in that case now? Before?
No, sir. I was not aware about it, sir.
Okay. Oh, tell me, Yash, you were a topper at the Indian Maritime University. Then why do you think in terms of changing over and joining the civil services? Why not a great career in the Merchant Navy, which beckons you?
So Merchant Navy indeed is a dynamic, good white collar job, sir, and it had good career prospects. So I was the topper because I did my studies with honesty. So, but sir, I realized during the training, sir, that civil services is something which can make greater impact to the society, sir. So right from the decision implementation at the district level to the policy making level, sir. So because of this, I got inspired. I also had certain seniors who have joined Indian Administrative Service. So taking inspiration from them, I decided to shift my career trajectories.
If you're talking in terms of a lot of your seniors who have joined the civil services, which I totally agree with you, but you must have noted that they joined the civil services after doing a few years of service in the Merchant Navy.
Yes.
So there's a difference between your choice of the civil services and their choice. So
Yes.
why did you choose civil services in that case?
So I realized that sir, civil services exam is a very tough examination, sir. So to give myself that leeway, I decided to join early. I decided to prepare early, sir. So that's why I thought, sir, anyhow, I'm willing for it. So better to strive for it beforehand.
So you have not picked up a job at all anywhere?
No, sir, I didn't.
So don't you think after having passed out as the topper in the Maritime University, you are wasting your potential?
So I think the traits I have and the training I receive in TS Chanakya, I could utilize it in a more broader and holistic manner when civil services is concerned. So that traits will help me to serve the nation anyway. So I think I have.
Can you name three of those traits that can help you in your performance of civil service duties that you picked up while at the TS Chanakya?
Yes, sir. So the first trait is team management, which was taught in TS Chanakya. So that may help in civil service. Second is punctuality. Seafarers are considered to be punctual because of the time-bound completion. So that will help. And so the third is out-of-box solutions in critical situations, which was taught. So that trait will help in civil services.
Give me one instance of wherein you have shown the trait of out of the box thinking, which has helped you in your duties.
Sir, I was the chief cadet captain in third year. So, sir, there a mess transition took place from government to private, which created a lot of chaos. So, sir, what I did is that I put a register in the at the mess counter to write grievances for 10 to 15 days. So whatever the grievances was there, rather than creating a chaos at the counter, the cadets used to write it. And after 15 days, we got to know about all issues which was there. We framed a draft, created a new menu, created a new order, and that was implemented in 2 3 days. So I think that skill I developed through the training uh, itself, sir, that how to manage things in a simpler manner.
Okay, and when you said Chanakya, that is a fairly new ship. Which was the predecessor of the T.S. Chanakya?
So the predecessors were training ship Dufferin and training ship Rajendra.
Training ship?
Rajendra.
Okay, good. When was the training ship Dufferin launched? Established rather?
So it was before independence. So I'm not able to recall the exact years.
Okay. You are a cricket enthusiast. Good. Nice to hear that. Tell me, which is the most favorite moment in cricket in your terms, in your life, which you think is the most favorite moment, and why?
So although there are many moments which has given happiness to the fans, but the most memorable would be the 2011 World Cup winning moment at Wankhede Stadium. So that was the most. And so
What why?
the reason
Yes.
So the reason was India waited for its second 50 overs World Cup for 28 years, and since our great legends were also was also retiring, Sachin Tendulkar, it was his last World Cup. So that all things cumulated on 2nd of April. So that is why I think it is the most memorable.
Thank you very much, Yash.
Thank you.
Yash, could you listen me?
Yes, I can. Hello, sir.
Yeah. In your address of correspondence, I could see that there is a place named Jagdishpur,
Yes.
isn't it? Jagdishpur is famous for what? One is there are a lot of contributions from freedom fighters. There's one famous freedom fighter from Jagdishpur. Could you name him?
Sir, Veer Kumar Singh was there from Jagdishpur.
Absolutely correct. And what I could see from your DAF that you appeared for the civil services examination from Ranchi.
Yes, sir.
List at least list at least 3 tourist spots in Ranchi, in and around Ranchi.
Pardon me, sir. I'm not aware about it. So it was just my relative's place. I went it for the first time.
Okay. So as far as optional is concerned, you have taken sociology. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Now, there has been a strategy. There has been a strategy for suicide prevention. Which ministry has come out with this strategy framework, and what is the objective of this particular strategy? Prevention of suicide.
The Ministry of Social Justice has come out with this strategy, sir. And sir, the aim is to reduce the suicide numbers by 2030. So I think they are trying to reduce it half the number of suicides, sir. So because considering the WHO's report, on every 40 seconds, someone commits suicide, sir. And it is the second largest cause of suicide among youth in India. So because of this, Ministry of Social Justice has laid out this.
No, actually, the second part, what you have answered is okay. The first part is that it is Ministry of Health and Family Welfare.
Okay, sir, I will relook upon it.
So look into that.
Yes.
Okay. Ajit.
Yes. Can you hear
Hello.
me?
Yes,
Hello.
I can.
Can
Yes,
you hear
sir.
me?
Yes, I can.
Do you agree that a legally binding directive principles can bring social transformation and upliftment of the marginalized section? rather than the fundamental rights?
Sir, I think there should be a judicious balance of both, of fundamental rights and DPSPs. So DPSPs are the directives for the states, and the states are bound to do that, although they are not legally bounded, but it is the moral obligation of the states to implement it with time. However, sir, based on the Minerva Mills judgment, it should be taken care that the fundamental rights are also not influenced.
Thank you.
Yash, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
Yash, if there is any specific portion of your DAF which you would like
Us to ask a question on, or any particular part of your DAF which has remained untouched so far?
Sir, if you can ask me more questions from my graduation background, then that would be helpful.
Okay. Before I come to that part, let me ask some questions related to service preferences that you have filled. Why the foreign services are third on your list?
Sir, foreign service is a great service, and considering the geopolitics of the time, its importance will increase, and it will give me immense honor and opportunity to be the part of foreign service and shape India's foreign policy. So considering that, I put it as 3, and at number 2, I put Indian Police Service, because it will provide me the opportunity to implement law and order and public welfare at the grassroots level, have a constant and regular interaction with public, and so that so since I think police is something which people interact on a very day-to-day basis, so considering that, I have put it at 2nd.
Okay. And why some of the Group B services are ranked higher than Group A services?
Sir, because DANICs and DANIPs are also such service which will give me opportunity to interact with the public on a daily basis, implement government policies on ground, sir. And that is something that has made me put it at a higher position. So although all the services are good in their respect, and given a chance, I will be more than happy to contribute in my capacities.
Okay. Why Zone 4 or the Northeastern Eastern Zone is last on your cadre list or zone list, preference list?
So given a chance, I will be more than happy to work anywhere in the country, sir. And so since I had to put some zone at 5th, so I had put it. So there's no particular reason for it.
So this was a random form filling exercise from your part?
No, sir. Sir, since I've never been to Northeast, so that is one reason, sir. I was more culturally and socially aware about the other zones. So that is why I have put them at.
Have you been to Tamil Nadu?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about Karnataka?
No, sir.
But they are higher in your order preferences.
Sir, I'm relatively more familiar to those places other than Northeast. But sir, given a chance, sir, I will like to go and.
So you don't hold any kind of bias towards the Northeast?
Not at all, sir. Not at all.
Okay. Well, coming to your graduation, why did you choose the stream that you have chosen in your graduation? What was the criteria in your mind while you were opting for your graduation stream?
So after class 12th, I realized that I'm not good in engineering. So I was looking for other career prospects. So I had 2 options, sir. One was ICAR in agriculture, and other was Merchant Navy. So I found that Merchant Navy is a good dynamic job, and it is a high-paying job, sir. And since as a young teenager, sir, I got attracted towards it. But sir, over the time, I grew as a personality, sir, and decided to change my career path.
So if I have to ask you to highlight 3 principles on the basis of which we build ships, what these three principles would be?
So the first is Archimedes' principle. Sir, second is Bernoulli's theorem. And sir, the third is, sir, that the ship, considering the center of buoyancy for the stability of the ship. So these three are the primary principles.
How is it different from the Archimedes principle?
So the Archimedes principles helps to keep the ship afloat, and it allows for the maximum tonnage capacity of the ship. However, sir, considering the center of buoyancy is for the stability of the ship, so that the ship is not listed and heeled while it is in voyage.
Suppose a ship is floating. What is the relationship between center of gravity and center of buoyancy?
So center of gravity will be higher than the center of buoyancy.
Okay. Thank you, Yash. Your interview is over. We will
you
reconnect
so
with
much.
you in some time for your feedback. Stay connected.
For sure.
Yash, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yash, it was a good interaction. Let me highlight the good things first. Your communication skills are very good. You appeared very confident. Some of your answers were very good and decent. You were polite and you behaved properly. But Yash, this is a critical analysis. So let me now focus on those areas where I feel you need improvement. Okay.
Yes.
Yash, first try to understand that this is a full dress rehearsal. These mock interviews are full dress rehearsal for that big day. So you have to take these interactions very seriously and sincerely. You have to understand the formality of the occasion. Maybe you are not shaved today. See, dear, even the Jawans who take the 26th, participate in the 26th January parade, they also do a full dress rehearsal because it has an impact on your psyche. Got it? So
Yes.
the more you get into that right space where you need to be on that big day. So take that thing very seriously. Second, your head moves a lot. So you have to keep some stability with respect to your head movement. It cannot go so much haywire here and there. It unnecessarily drags the attention of the person who is asking you the question. You nod a lot and then you say yes. So see, an IAS officer must take care of his personality. This is not the test of your knowledge. Your knowledge has already been tested here in pre and mid. What things are being tested here? What kind of values you hold? What are the virtues in your character? Are you a problem solver? Can you take decisions, especially under stress? Can you be trained? And once trained, will you become an asset or a liability upon the administration? These are the things that are being tested. Do you respect the Constitution? Do you have an inclusive mindset? Are you biased towards something? These are the things that are being tested. Do you understand that? Your aptitude is mostly tested. Now it is the time to test your attitude. Do you get it? So you have to take care of that thing. At no occasion, this reflection should be given that you take the entire exercise casually. Since this is an online interaction and there are certain hindrances, I cannot look how you were sitting, what was your body position, all of that. And I'm considering that these things went okay. So I'm not factoring in those things, but whatever little I could see, this is the thing that I have noticed, right? While you were thinking, when you think, always ask for permission to think. Do not go into a thinking trail without asking for permission. That's formality there. And also when you think, slightly lower your glance, that's the way to think. Rather than looking around the room, you were looking here and there. It shows that you're looking for some divine inspiration. From somewhere you will get some thought. And the questions for which you were ready, you were too eager to answer. The eagerness was all over the place. And where you were not so comfortable, you were too eager to say, I'm not aware. Whenever a new information is given to you, always take the opportunity to thank the board member. This shows that you are humble, and humility is an aspect of your personality. The more humble you are during the course of interaction, better are your chances that you will clear the examination. But you should also be very confident. And you were good on that part. Your confidence levels were good. Most of the answers were decent, especially your answers around T.S. Chanakya. They were very good. Your knowledge about cricket is very good. Your Hindi songwriting, composing and singing, this part also you handled well. But see, when I asked you how did you develop this hobby, or from where you got this inspiration, so you said something, and I don't know whether you said that purposefully or accidentally. You said that sometimes I play my guitar and I compose some songs. So you unnecessarily brought guitar into the conversation, which finds no mention in your DAF anywhere.
So that composing I do from guitar, sir. I need an instrument for this.
Okay,
yes.
so if I ask you a question, what is the difference between an acoustic guitar and a Spanish guitar? Are you aware about it?
Yes, sir.
What is the difference?
So the difference is about the bass of these two guitars and also the shape of the guitar, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, what is a Hawaiian guitar?
So Hawaiian guitar is more conventional guitar, sir. So now it founds lesser mentioning, and it is relatively used lesser. So it has more finer tunes. The frequencies are more sharper in Hawaiian guitars.
Do we need any special accessory to play the Hawaiian guitar?
So I have never played Hawaiian guitar, sir. So I won't be able to answer that.
Okay, so you see that there are some lacunas as far as knowledge of guitar is concerned. So if you mention something, have proper hold over it. You don't know, somebody in the board might be aware about guitars. Do you understand that? Like say, for example, what are the different 3 major types of finger plucking? Are you aware about the flamenco technique? There could be so many questions. Do you understand that, dear? So I don't know whether you pushed that word accidentally or purposefully. So whenever you do push anything which is not mentioned in the DAF, be very sure that you are in complete command of that thing. That's what I want to convey to you. Okay. Yash, any specific question you would like to ask? But before you do that, let me tell you, when I asked you this question, that why Northeast is last on your list, initially you started well. You said, sir, I had to exercise my choice, and that's why I filled these preferences. And that's a very good answer. You say that UPSC has given me an opportunity. So I just exercised that opportunity, though I'm more than willing to serve in any part of the country in any capacity. Always close the statement by this line so that there cannot be any counter questions. You did that. But then you started adding adjectives. You said that I'm more familiar. And when I asked you that, are you aware about Kannada? You said, a little bit or something like that, or whatever the case would be. Familiarity cannot be a criteria on the basis of which you select things. Let the government decide it, that where you will be the best fit, not you. You should be eager to serve anywhere. Got it? That should be the answer. Your foreign services. See, whenever sir was also asking you a question, tell me something about this, or what is good about it. So you start like this. Though there are multiple things, though there are many good things, although there are many advantages, you have to rightly hit the hammer right from the word go. Hit the nail on the head right from the word go. Do not beat around the bush. You are still into the mains mold. You are creating a background. Then you will come to the meat of the answer. And then you want to conclude it in a wonderful way. In interview, dear, your best point should be your first point. Maybe you'll not get an opportunity to speak beyond one line. There could be an interjection. There could be a supplementary question. There could be any question related to that question. Do you understand that? So that's why, if suppose I ask, highlight 3 values, just go for those values. Do you understand that? What are the 3 important things about Bhagalpur? Just speak about it. Don't say there are many important things, though it is famous for many things. Just say, at this moment, sir, 3 things come to my mind, and they are X, Y, Z. Got it? So be very precise and be very specific as you speak. Yes, if there are any particular questions.
No, sir. So I think most of the parts you have covered with. So no questions from myself.
Yes, I think you have excellent chance this year. And I have a hunch that you are going to make it. So all the best from our side. Based on today's performance, we have awarded you 175, but I feel you are a 195 plus kind of candidate. With these minor improvements, you can easily surpass that score. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.